Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. And in between episodes, I looked at my presents. So, before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Death was instantaneous. Detective Gumshoe, there's only one thing I want you to clarify from here. You say that the victim, Maya Fey, wrote this note that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. But backwards? The victim is not only the person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your God, I love this game with its butts. No butting your way out of this one, detective. Order, order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon. But when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? It was the day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. Prosecution's point being... that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. No, it's not. What? The second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there's a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright? You looked shocked. Something you want to say? The detective's a sham. You're a sham, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Autopsy report updated. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. Suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. Prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. The witness, Miss April May, make the stand. April, May, June. Exactly what part of her is innocent? What the heck? Witness, your name please? April May, at your service. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. Witness will refrain from wanton winking. Oh, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this court. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was like, my hotel room? I checked in right after lunch. This hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Oh, I never want to say that again. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Alright. It was 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the muesli girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But the girl, she caught up to her and... he hit her. And the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Well, Your Honor, I see. Remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? But the witness testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Maya Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine? I think so. Yes. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination play because I had a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. He has to have some weakness. Very well. But he may begin. Witness's account. It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, and then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the girl was sitting in the defendant's chair. The woman was like dodged to one side and ran away. She called. Hold it! Woman with long hair. That was Maya Fey. Slender, sort of, well, some might say pretty, if that's your thing. Your thing. And the person attacking her? The one attacking her was a music girl sitting in the defendant's chair. The woman, like, dodged one side and ran away. Hold it! She dodged? Dodged what? Well, the attack. Please continue your testimony. But the girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Oh. Trying to think. Let me see here. It was 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know? Trying to see here. And then I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was... How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There's only one person at the scene of the crime with short, girlish figure. Testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Question. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Oh, that face did not look pretty. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me. I'm clueless about this, I mean. Okay. You had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey. You would have noticed her clothing before you noticed her physique. Oh, that face is ugly. It reminds me of like some Camilla. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Roar! Roar! No! Or are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw it. I just didn't think all that trifling little details were necessarily, Miss May. Court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm not reading that testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Okay. I did see everything. I did. Alright, the victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran to the right. Let me think. Yeah, she would have ran to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her and hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, How do you know? How'd you know it was a clock? Wait. How did you know? How did you know it was a clock? Excuse me? A clock? Did this come up in another testimony? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No. I have a feeling I'm onto something now. That clock, that's kind of statue-y clock the thinker was. So this was the testimony in her own words. I'm to press and squeeze the truth out of her. Trying to think. I did see everything. Trying to think. Right. What if I present the thinker to her? Objection! Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Yeah, that's right. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. He was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Oh. Objection! The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. We will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. That was close. He stopped me there. The trial would be over. Huh? What? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Fan Co. No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. Where the murder took place is very close to the hotel, so she could have easily heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. Can't give up now. Not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard it. Objection! You have proof that she could not have? Amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. The courtroom proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Now I'd like to propose a test to see if she really could have heard. The prosecution denies your request. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the court case at hand. Indeed, objection sustained. Damn. Time to switch directions quickly. Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have wrong. Okay, I guess. Your Honor, members of the court, it's inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. The clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look right now. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? As the defense says, the clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Tisk, tisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, you must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there would be no contradiction. Oh no, I have proof. The clockwork might have been emptied after she heard it. That is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove that the clock was removed? Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves the clock. Right here. Because if we check it, she sees, let's see. It's a clock. It's made to look like the statue of the thinker, and it tells you the time. I probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now, huh? It's not working, that's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Take that! Take a look at this. It's a very cute cell phone. Oh, wait. This isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoes overlooked it. That good detective, remember he's up for evaluation soon. Oh, he looks angry. Gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for this big fella. Let's hear the conversation. You just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? You could. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now, huh? It's not working. That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. Your Honor. I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was, well, before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was it again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. The witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections? Do we have any objections? I mean, I'm trying to think. Do we have any objections? Do we have any items that we could use? You know what? She hasn't seen it in the store. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts the piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Made by Larry Butts. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in the police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. She does not look happy. Oh, excuses not on sale today? Oh, ho, ho. Oh, what's up? Oh, what's it do, you porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Oh, you hear that cornered music. Oh, I know what that is. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is the court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh? Silly me. Did I, like, lose it? Guess I did, hee wink. Scary. Dismay, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... How would she have known it was a clock? You had heard about it? Or you held it? Even if she had held it, she wouldn't have known it was a clock. She had to have heard about it from, like, the previous case. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She did! Oh! I remember! That is correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence. Remember when we broke into her room? Have a look at this. Eh? I found this in Miss May's room. You know, breaking and entering. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Maya Fay's phone, were you not? Oh. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. And if that was the case, which is not, you still have prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. Proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock. Hold up. Didn't it say... Hope you haven't talked to anyone. It's a clock! Is it... It has to be this. Yeah, it has to be this, because it says it's a clock. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more between the conversation of the defendant and the victim. Maya, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation, and that's how you knew the Thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Objection! Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Oh gosh, witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. Yes. It's no fair. All of you are ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? Oh gosh, she's crying now. I did it. The court seen the real Miss April May now. Now time to deal the final blow, didn't you? Would it really matter what it says? You did it, didn't you? Miss May? What is it, you little shrimp? Talk to me in that tone of voice, will you? You killed her, didn't you? Order. There will be order. What? How could you possibly say that? Are you mad? All I did was a little wiretapping. Oops. So you admit you tapped her phone. But wait, I didn't do anything bad like murder. I'm a good girl. Really? Can you prove it? No way she can prove it. You think you're so smart, Mr. Lawyer? But I can prove it, and I will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay. The killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts. Then you have regular cold coffee. Wait, what? No, then you have lukewarm coffee. Iced coffee. I think I'm making this up. Ask the bellboy. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So, where does that leave us? My great displeasure to inform you, the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands, she saw the defendant, Miss Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're just going to let her walk away? There's no, well, she's going to jail regardless. There's no way I can win unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Alright, it's getting late in the episode. I'm gonna have to call it quits here. I'm about to record my 4th episode in a row. This is freaking crazy. God, I'm loving this game so much. It's so great. And you gotta like pay attention to every detail. You gotta ask everyone everything. You gotta remember certain stuff. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to come by next time when hopefully we finish this case. See you guys then.